terms of dying, tooling, etc.
So this is a company that took 3 years and had not succeeded with hemoglobin. Morale was down in the boats. You had the confidence to stand up to the ICMR, no less, and to say that we'll do this in 3 months.
And we delivered. We definitely delivered on that. And over the past 2 years, we also broke the technical barriers that we faced for TouchPay, which we say is essentially our 7th, 9th symphony. You know, this is something you've been dreaming of, you've been working really hard. But yes, I think the team did stand up and deliver.
Wrap up and open it up for questions in a couple of minutes. But just leave us on a high. Give us one moment where you saw the product working and then it was all worth it from the beginning.
So it was actually with TouchPay. So, while I really like my second and third product, your first love is your first love. I think when we cracked the fundamental technical barrier we were facing is that if you're cold or if you're stressed, your hands get cold, right? And because that's blood circulation changes. That was a fundamental issue that we were facing. And when we sorted that out, and there was Aman and there was Yogi, we were like, we sorted the issue. And that was amazing. That was
amazing.
Was it?
Come on, paint a picture for us.
So,
an author. Was it 11 at night, it's stormy outside?
Okay, 11 at night, lots of beers. And we were really happy there. I'm sorry guys, I'm not as imaginative as you.
Okay, so we'll open it up. We have about 15 minutes for questions, but this has been a fascinating story. I really, very grateful to you for being so candid about your journey. I'd love to take questions now from the audience.
So my name is Ajay. You talked about the technology. Can you share some insights on your experiences on the product marketing, especially in the healthcare market in India?
Sure.
Who was the primary customer of yours?
Sure. I think one thing that we started doing is this is both with actually all of our products. Be focused, because in the first 6 months when we tried to target too many markets, both in terms of segments, geography, we understood that we don't have the bandwidth to even understand them. So we picked up one segment. We will sell our product to diabetologists. Kept it simple, made our communications, designed our channels, distributors, everybody focused at that single customer. What does that customer need? We just focused. The problem with medical devices is that distribution is very fragmented. There's one distributor in one city, bana to liya hai, becho ke kaise. So that is a fundamental issue, and the only way I think you can make some initial headway is by focusing on one segment and one segment only. And then maybe if you're getting success in that segment, use the resources that are coming in to go to another segment. Yes, and maybe if possible, choose the segment which is most unattractive to your competitors. So for example, urine analysis machines were never sold to diabetologists. We targeted diabetologists. Nobody else would sell to them. That's it. Does that answer your question?
Sure.
How do you see your relationship with the labs, pathology, whatever it is? Do you see them as competitors or do you see them as potential customers?
We actually sell to pathology labs. Around 30-40% of our revenue comes from labs.
What kind of things do you sell to them?
Urine analysis machines. So I'll tell you where. There are large labs in Pune who do all kinds of tests. They get machines for free. Most of the pathology space works on reagent rental schemes. The company gives you the machines and you buy the reagents from them on a monthly basis. The only catch here is that you need to have a footfall. So you need to do a minimum X number of tests for the device company to give you the device free. Now there are plenty of labs. There are 60,000 labs in India, while only 23,000 have a urine analysis machine. That's less than 50%. So the other 50% do a test but don't have the machine. That's only because the footfall is smaller. So our product is designed so the throughput is low. You can do only 30 tests per hour, which is perfect for a segment which has a low footfall. and they are willing to buy your product because your product is priced at cheaper. It's as accurate, but the throughput is not something which is really high. So you design your product in a way where you will choose your segment and you will tone down on some features. Your product need not be the best on every count. It has to be good at some counts and deficient at some counts. You just choose your segment accordingly. So we chose segments which pathology labs in tier 2, tier 3 cities, majorly tier 2, who buy our product quite a bit because they don't have, the alternate that they have, they can't afford.
Follow-up question on that. So when you started off building the machine, did you know this market reality or did you figure this out?
No, it's always on the move. It's always on the move. You just know that diabetic nephropathy is a problem. You know microalbuminuria is a problem. And you know that the testing that is done is not done everywhere. Those are the basics that you take and you start off. After that you collect information. You don't have all this information on day zero. You have some fundamentals कि यार ये टेस्ट मैंने तो कभी देखा ही नहीं है, होता ही नहीं है, होना चाहिए ना. It starts off like that, and then you keep collecting one data point after another. You make small hypotheses. You run very fast experiments which don't take money. You either accept it, refute it, move to your next hypothesis, and just keep gathering these data points.
So what is your team like now, and what's your like a short-term or mid-term vision? Where do you want to be? What do you see yourself?
So we are at present 23 people. We want to focus on point-of-care diagnostics on non-communicable diseases in the medium term. That's about as drilled down as it can get. We primarily see ourselves as a technology development firm which uses channels which are not owned by us to market our products. We are building a small distribution channel to target pathology labs. So we'll have a string of products which targets pathology labs, mainly these tier 2, tier 3 city labs, and partners to target the other segments. And a product portfolio which is centered around NCDs, non-communicable diseases. In terms of a vision, I think a product a year is something that we would want, which is slightly ambitious, but I think this team can deliver a product per year in this space.
I forgot to mention they raised funding after the Wilgrow money.
Yes, after the Wilgrow money, we received angel funding from GSF, which is an extremely interesting group which funds early stage technology enterprises. After that, we received funding from a group called Incitor Fund. It's a fund based out of Cambodia, which makes investments in the social space. Sustainable energy, healthcare being one, and they're amazing as well. If any of you are in the social space, that's definitely something that you should consider.
There are about 22 social impact investors operating in India. There's a lot of money and not enough ideas to fund, so that's generally
Abhishek, is it this urinalysis and glucometer? Is it the first of its kind from India technology in this space?
Using a mobile phone for urine analysis, first of its kind. But urine analysis machines have been around for the past 30 years. There are 23 other companies which make it. Okay. Again, glucometer, we are probably the second Indian company to manufacture it in India. Again, not the first.
Okay. My question was mainly that how do you see the market responding to an Indian company making whatever you call sophisticated technologies?
So I think it's actually a very good question, and it's a barrier that we face a lot. So typically what companies have been doing is that they start another company in Germany, call it XYZ GmbH, and it's actually owned by people in India. I think it's time that it should change. Maybe it will take time, but if you have engineers of the quality that we do, there's no reason why we can't build solid products. So there is definitely a barrier, but I think it will go over time. Still better than Chinese though. It's a less of a barrier than saying Chinese.
I was about to ask that do you see competition from Chinese product, particularly from the cost side, if it is
you don't. There's a very small thing. In the medical devices market, accuracy is paramount.